Now, I've seen a lot of Shopify websites, but this one is by far the worst I've ever seen. And in this video, I'm gonna break down why the Shopify website was so bad design-wise and how you can design one much better than them. Okay, so for the first website we're taking a look at here, it is called MerakiGold.com. They do corporate gifting. So you can see I'm on a product page for a product they have called Note to Self. I'm gonna refresh the page for a second. Now I'm gonna scroll down the entire page and then scroll back up. Now, after I finish doing that, pause the video and let me know what you think is wrong with this product page. Put it in the comment section down below. I wanna know what you think it is. But then afterwards, I'll tell you exactly what I think the problem is. So let's do that. All right, so we're gonna scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, now we're gonna scroll up. All right, pause the video and let me know in the comment section down below what you think is wrong with this product page. Okay, I'm gonna assume that you already paused the video and put your response in the comments. So let's continue. Here is my opinion on what's wrong with this product page. They are going crazy with this uppercase lettering. Like, it's insane, bro. So the title is all caps. The entire description is all caps. Everything is all caps. Everything is all caps. Except for here, this is more normal. But everything else is all caps. Here is the big problem with doing this kind of thing. It makes the page really hard to read. Imagine you, as a customer, you land on this page, I don't know, let's say you're running an ad campaign, land on this page, right? To buy the Note to Self. Or let's say you found this product through Google Shopping, whatever, right? You land on this page and you're like, oh my God, I'm trying to read the description. Everything is all caps. It looks crazy. And you don't really know what this is about. As a customer, you might even get annoyed, like, oh, this is kind of annoying to read. I have to really look closer to the screen to make out each word. These are the kind of things that make people want to leave someone's website. Like, I want to leave right now. So let's take a look at what this would look like if they just capitalized normally. So let's adjust the CSS here. Let us put text transform capitalized. This will only make the first letter capital. Yeah, let's go with, actually, let's go with Math Auto. I like that even better. And then let's see if we can do this one as well. This one I think is a span. Oh, it's not a span. I should be able to do this too. All right, text transform, Math Auto. Okay, Math Auto doesn't work, but let's go with lowercase. Now, the reason why it's so constrained, what I can do, is because when the person originally made this content, they manually put everything uppercase. So it's a little hard to transform it with CSS sometimes, and people do that. Let me see. Maybe I can't transform it at the span level. Text transform. Okay, I can transform at the span level. All right, so I'm gonna leave that lowercase as well. So let's take a look at this now. Remember what it looked like before when everything was all caps? Now, everything is lowercase except for the main title. I think this is much easier to read. Now let's scroll down the page. You see everything is all caps here as well. Let's give that the same treatment. And let's take a look here. So we're going to do text transform. And we're gonna do lowercase for this one as well, because Math Auto is not gonna work for us. Okay, so just taking a look at this, obviously it's still a little difficult to read just because they put so much content above the fold. Side tip, when you're making your product pages above the fold, don't go too crazy with the content. Just put the product title, images, a price, add to cart, right? And then you can put all the other content inside of accordions, drop downs. You could call it like product details. Someone clicks, it opens up. It can read more information just to save some screen space. I already think this looks so much better lowercase. At the very least, it looks a little bit more readable. And then obviously on mobile, it's gonna be a little easier to navigate it as well because all I'm doing is scrolling down and reading. This is what I mean above the fold, by the way. Imagine someone hits this store, this page from an ad or a Google Shopping campaign or something. You want that add to cart button to be easily clickable at the top of the page. I don't need to see this wall of text and then scroll down to find the add to cart button. There's a good chance that person might be like, you know what? I'm not scrolling down. I'm just gonna leave the page or go to a different page. You gotta make it easy for people to buy your stuff, okay? So that side tip, make sure that add to cart button is above the fold on mobile screens, especially, and on desktop screens as well. But yeah, so that is the big design sin that this website is making. Going crazy with all caps is definitely not the move. So if you're designing your own product pages, definitely don't do that. My recommendation to you is to just find another Shopify store in your niche that you think looks nice and emulate them. Don't steal everything, but just take a few ideas. So let's just take a look at some of the other pages right now. The home page, they're doing the all caps thing again, but they're keeping it to the title, so it's a lot better. Look right here. This is our gift services all caps, but then everything else is normal lettering. A lot easier to read. So the home page is a lot better than the product page for that product we're looking at, in my opinion. Now, the only other side note here is that the design is very simple. That's not a bad thing if you just want to get your Shopify store out. You can improve the design over time, but modern shoppers expect design to look a little better, a little bit more modern. It doesn't have to be crazy like some design masterpiece you'd hang up in like an art museum or something, but just put a little bit more effort into how it's designed. So that is a Shopify store design mistake I don't want to see you make. And now let's take a look at another Shopify store that got the design more put together so we can compare and contrast. Okay, so let's take a look at another Shopify store that has a much better design in my opinion. So right now we're on another gifting site called giftboxloveco.com. I know, a little bit of a mouthful, right? Just take a look at this. I think this looks amazing. Product title right here, very clear. I can clearly see the price. I can see reviews at the top, and then a little product description. I can pick a variant, as in what color do I want this tumble to be. And apparently they also have some customization options right here that you can include in your order. Different customization options, and then you can just add to cart, right? So, and then they also have some add-ons. So an opportunity for upselling. Upselling is always a good thing. And let's scroll down to see the rest of this. And then after that, they just have product reviews. People seem to like it. And then they have a banner leading out to a different page on their site. Ooh, I think this might be a mistake actually. These buttons are broken. Another side note for you guys out there. You want to make sure you comb through your site and you find any buttons or links that are broken. You do not want broken buttons or links, my friends. It is bad for your customer's user experience and it is bad for SEO. You want to make sure you fix them links, all right? And then we have a you may also like section at the bottom that leads us to a different product page. This is really, really nice. So let me see. Let me see what a product that doesn't look customizable would look like, right? Okay, so for the non-customizable products, they have a product description and then they add to cart, right? Now they're doing the same thing that the other store was doing that says a bad idea. You don't want to put the description as too much content. You want to break this up into like accordions. So like drop downs, so like the person can click and then it opens up with content and they can click and they can close it, right? So you can do like product details or whatever it is you want to show the person and put it inside of an accordion. If you have no idea what I mean when I say accordion, this is what an accordion looks like. Let's look at an example of an accordion from Bootstrap, just so you can see what it looks like. So you see how it says accordion item 1, you click it, it opens up with content, you close, it closes with content, right? Your Shopify theme definitely has something like this inside of it. It's pretty common. So try to make use of that to cut down on the amount of content you have on your product page. So you can still have your content, but then you can also not overwhelm your customers, right? Let's take a look at this on mobile. This looks really good. But again, You want to make sure you have an add to cart button above the fold. Now for this Shopify store, it might be a little bit more difficult because they have lots of customization options. So if we go back to the previous page we were on and we scroll up, you can see this store has lots of customization options. So if your store is also one of those stores where you can personalize things for people, you might want to make use of a good Shopify app to help you do that, the personalization. With this, obviously the customers need all these choices, but this might be a lot. So if you're creating an app or creating a store that allows people to customize their gifts, you might want to take a look at what some other stores are doing to see what the best option is to make the experience the best possible experience for your customers. But either way, I think this design is a lot more visually aesthetic, easier on the eyes, and it's easier to keep track of what's going on the page. Take a look at the home page really quickly. This is beautiful. They talk about how it works up top, how to build a custom box, add-ons. This is nice. Definitely a good Shopify store to pick design inspiration from. So I definitely recommend. That about does it. Okay, so that's a wrap. So now you know what Shopify website design mistake to avoid. I just gave you an example of a Shopify store that's doing it much better. You can take some inspiration from. Now, if you like this video, I have another one that I think you're really gonna enjoy. I showcased the top 5 Shopify stores I've seen using the Shopify Dawn theme. Dawn is a free theme that all of you have access to, so it can't hurt to get some inspiration as to how you can design your Shopify store from that video. So it should be somewhere at the bottom of the screen. Go check that out. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you on the next one.